What if I told you that some of the most powerful medicinal plants in the world aren't hidden deep in a rainforest or locked away in a laboratory? They're growing in your backyard right now. The weeds you've spent years pulling, spraying, and throwing away could be hiding antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antiviral, and nutrient-rich compounds that people have relied on for centuries. In fact, some of these plants were used as medicine long before modern antibiotics existed, and today, researchers are still studying them for their remarkable properties. The shocking part? Most homeowners see them as nothing more than a nuisance. Welcome back to Greenest Garden, where we uncover the hidden secrets of plants, gardening, and the incredible natural world growing right outside your door. Before we begin, remember that this video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before using any plant medicinally. Now, if you're ready to discover 12 common backyard weeds that might completely change the way you look at your garden forever, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into the list. You may never look at a weed the same way again. Weed number 1. Dandelion Taraxacum officinal. If there were an award for the most misunderstood plant in the world, the dandelion would probably win it. Millions of homeowners spend countless hours and dollars trying to eliminate these bright, yellow flowers from their lawns. Yet dandelions have been valued as food and medicine for centuries. Researchers have identified a wide range of beneficial compounds within the plant, including antioxidants, flavonoids, and polyphenols that contribute to its long-standing reputation in traditional herbal medicine. What's even more surprising is that every part of the plant is useful, from the roots buried deep in the soil to the leaves and flowers above ground. The roots have traditionally been used to support healthy digestion and liver function, while the leaves are packed with vitamins A, C, and K, along with important minerals such as potassium and calcium. Many people enjoy the young leaves in salads, while roasted dandelion root is often brewed into a caffeine-free coffee alternative. Around the world, herbalists continue to study and use this remarkable plant. Yet most gardeners still see it as a weed to destroy. The next time you spot a dandelion growing in your yard, remember that you're looking at one of the most researched and nutritionally dense wild plants on the planet. Weed number 2. Broadleaf Plantain Plantago major. Broadleaf plantain is one of those plants that almost everyone has seen, but very few people can actually identify. It grows low to the ground with broad green leaves, and can be found in lawns, pathways, driveways, and compacted soil all over the world. Most people step on it every day without giving it a second thought. Yet for centuries, this humble weed has been known as nature's bandage because of its traditional use in supporting wound care and soothing irritated skin. Herbalists have long valued plantain for its natural compounds, including allantoin, tannins, and flavonoids, which have been studied for their antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. One of the reasons broadleaf plantain became so respected in traditional medicine is its remarkable versatility. The crushed leaves have historically been applied to minor cuts, insect bites, stings, and skin irritations, while teas and infusions made from the plant were used to support respiratory and digestive health. Modern research continues to investigate the plant's ability to promote tissue repair and reduce inflammation. It's incredible to think that a weed growing quietly between cracks in a sidewalk may contain compounds that generations of people relied upon long before modern first aid products existed. The next time you spot broadleaf plantain in your yard, you may see far more than just another weed. Weed number 3. Yarrow Achillea millefolium. Yarrow is one of the oldest medicinal plants known to human history, with records of its use dating back thousands of years. This hardy wild plant is easily recognized by its delicate, feathery leaves and clusters of tiny white or pale pink flowers. According to legend, the ancient Greek warrior Achilles used yarrow to help treat the wounds of his soldiers, which is where the plant gets its scientific name. Ilia millefolium. Over the centuries, it earned nicknames like soldier's woundwort and nosebleed plant because of its long-standing reputation for supporting wound care and helping control minor bleeding. Modern studies have found that yarrow contains a variety of beneficial compounds, including flavonoids, tannins, and essential oils that exhibit antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties. Traditional herbalists have used it in teas, tinctures, and poultices to support digestion, circulation, and overall wellness. Beyond its medicinal history, yarrow is also an excellent pollinator plant, attracting bees, butterflies, and other beneficial insects to the garden. While many people overlook it as just another wildflower or weed, yarrow has earned its place as one of the most respected medicinal plants growing naturally in fields, meadows, and backyards around the world. Weed number 4. Stinging nettle Urtica dioica. Stinging nettle might be one of the most feared plants on this list, and for good reason. Brush against it with bare skin, and you'll quickly feel the sharp sting, caused by tiny hairs covering the leaves and stems. Because of that unpleasant experience, many gardeners go out of their way to remove it. But hidden behind that painful defense system is one of the most nutrient-dense and medicinally respected wild plants in the world. Stinging nettle is packed with vitamins A, C, and K along with iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and a wide range of antioxidants that have made it a staple in traditional herbal medicine for centuries. Researchers have studied nettle for its anti-inflammatory properties and its potential role in supporting joint health, seasonal allergy relief, and overall wellness. Once cooked, dried, or steeped in hot water, the sting completely disappears, leaving behind a nutritious leafy green that many people compare to spinach. Nettle tea remains popular among herbal enthusiasts. While young, leaves are often added to soups, stews, and other dishes. It's amazing to think that a plant many people avoid at all costs has been valued across Europe, Asia, and North America for generations as both food and medicine. What looks like a troublesome weed may actually be one of nature's most powerful nutritional gifts. Weed number 5. Self-heal. Prunella vulgaris. Few plants have a name as impressive as self-heal, and once you learn about its history, it's easy to see how it earned that reputation. This low-growing plant produces small purple flower spikes and is commonly found in lawns, meadows, and garden edges. Most people walk past it without ever noticing it, but for centuries, self-heal has been valued in traditional herbal medicine across Europe, Asia, and North America. Herbal practitioners used it for everything from minor wounds and sore throats to supporting general health and recovery, giving it a reputation as one of nature's most versatile healing plants. Modern research has identified several beneficial compounds within self-heal, including rosmarinic acid, flavonoids, and tannins, which have shown antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties in laboratory studies. Scientists have also explored its potential antiviral activity, making it one of the most interesting wild plants currently being studied. The leaves and flowers are often brewed into herbal teas or used in traditional preparations, while pollinators such as bees and butterflies absolutely love its blooms. For a plant that many homeowners consider nothing more than a lawnweed, self-heal has an extraordinary history and a growing body of scientific interest that continues to surprise researchers today. Weed number 6. Mullein. Verbascum thapsus. Mullein is one of the easiest weeds to recognize once you know what you're looking for. In its first year, it forms a rosette of large, soft, velvety leaves that feel almost like felt. In its second year, it sends up an impressive flower spike that can reach 6 to 8 feet tall, covered in bright yellow blooms. Because it often appears in vacant lots, roadsides, and neglected corners of gardens, many people assume it's just another unwanted weed. In reality, mullein has a medicinal history stretching back nearly 2,000 years and has been respected by herbal traditions across Europe, Asia and North America. The leaves and flowers contain compounds such as mucilage, saponins, and flavonoids, which have traditionally been used to support respiratory health. For generations, herbalists have prepared mullein teas and infusions to help soothe irritated throats, ease coughs, and support healthy lung function. Its popularity has remained strong even in modern times, with mullein tea and herbal supplements widely available around the world. Beyond its medicinal value, the tall flower spikes also attract bees and other beneficial pollinators, making it a useful addition to wildlife-friendly gardens. What many people see as a towering weed is actually one of the most respected herbal plants nature has to offer. Weed number 7. Purslane. Portulaca oleracea. Purslane is one of the most overlooked plants in the garden. Even though it may be one of the most nutritious weeds on this entire list, you'll often find it spreading across vegetable beds, between paving stones, and in sunny patches of soil. With its thick, succulent leaves and reddish stems, it doesn't look like most weeds, yet many gardeners pull it out without realizing what they're removing. What makes purslane so remarkable is that it contains unusually high levels of omega-3 fatty acids, a nutrient more commonly associated with fish and expensive supplements than a plant growing freely in the backyard. Beyond its impressive omega-3 content, purslane is rich in vitamins A, C, and E, along with important minerals such as magnesium and potassium. Researchers have also studied the plant for its antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial properties, making it a fascinating subject in both nutrition and herbal medicine. In many parts of the world, including countries across the Mediterranean, Asia, and Latin America, purslane isn't considered a weed at all. It's a valued vegetable, regularly added to salads, soups, and stir-fries. While some people spend money buying nutrient-rich greens from the grocery store, this incredible plant may already be growing for free right outside their door. Weed number 8. Red clover. Trifolium pratense. Red clover is one of those plants that many people admire, without ever realizing how valuable it can be. With its beautiful pinkish-purple flower heads and distinctive 3-leaf pattern, it's a familiar sight in lawns, meadows, and roadsides. Bees absolutely love it, making it one of the most important nectar sources for pollinators. But beyond its beauty, red clover has a long history in traditional herbal medicine and has been used for generations to support overall wellness. What makes this humble weed especially interesting is its rich concentration of isoflavones, naturally occurring plant compounds that have been widely studied by researchers for centuries. Red clover has been brewed into teas, tinctures, and herbal preparations to support respiratory health, skin health, and circulation. Modern studies have explored its potential role in supporting hormonal balance, particularly during menopause, while its antioxidant compounds continue to attract scientific interest. As an added bonus, red clover improves the soil around it by fixing nitrogen, naturally enriching the ground for nearby plants. So while many homeowners view it as just another lawnweed, red clover is quietly feeding pollinators, improving soil health, and offering a fascinating range of traditional and scientifically studied benefits all at the same time. Weed number 9. Chickweed. Stellaria media. Chickweed is one of the most common garden weeds in the world, and it's also one of the easiest to overlook. This low-growing plant forms dense mats of bright green leaves decorated with tiny white, star-shaped flowers. Gardeners often see it as a nuisance because it spreads quickly through vegetable beds and flower borders, especially during cooler weather. But despite its reputation, chickweed has been valued for centuries as both a food and a medicinal herb. Traditional herbalists appreciated its gentle, cooling properties and frequently used it to soothe irritated skin and support overall wellness. Nutritionally, chickweed is surprisingly impressive. It contains vitamins A and C, along with minerals such as iron, calcium, and magnesium. The young leaves have a mild, fresh flavor that makes them a popular addition to salads, sandwiches, and smoothies among foragers. Herbal preparations made from chickweed have traditionally been used to support healthy skin and provide relief from minor itching and irritation. What's especially interesting is that chickweed often thrives in fertile, healthy soil, meaning its presence can actually be a sign that your garden is rich in nutrients. The next time you spot this delicate little plant spreading across your garden, remember that it may be offering far more value than you ever imagined. Weed number 10. Wood sorrel. Oxalis. Wood sorrel is one of those plants that almost everyone has seen but very few people know by name. With its delicate heart-shaped leaves that resemble tiny shamrocks and its cheerful yellow flowers, it often pops up in lawns, garden beds, and shady corners of the yard. Many gardeners mistake it for clover and pull it out without a second thought. Yet wood sorrel has a long history of being used as both a food and a traditional medicinal plant. Its leaves contain vitamin C and have been enjoyed for generations because of their refreshing, lemon-like flavor. That tangy taste comes from naturally occurring oxalic acid, the same compound found in spinach and rhubarb. For centuries, people have added wood sorrel to salads, soups, and herbal drinks to provide a bright citrus flavor without needing actual lemons. Traditional herbal practices have also used the plant to support digestion and overall wellness. While it should be consumed in moderation like many foods containing oxalic acid, wood sorrel remains one of the most fascinating edible weeds growing freely in gardens around the world. What many people consider a nuisance is actually a flavorful and historically valued wild plant hiding in plain sight. Weed number 11. Lamb's quarters. Canopodium album. Lamb's quarters is one of the most nutritious wild plants you'll ever find growing uninvited in a garden. It often appears in vegetable beds, along fence lines, and in disturbed soil, growing quickly and sometimes towering over nearby crops. Because of its vigorous growth, many gardeners pull it out immediately. But long before supermarkets existed, lamb's quarters was gathered and eaten as a valuable food source across Europe, Asia, and North America. In fact, it is often called wild spinach because of its impressive nutritional profile and versatility in the kitchen. The leaves are packed with vitamins A, C, and K, along with calcium, iron, magnesium, and protein. Some nutritional comparisons have even found lamb's quarters to contain higher levels of certain nutrients than cultivated spinach. The young leaves can be eaten raw in salads or cooked like other leafy greens, while the seeds are edible and closely related to quinoa. Beyond its value as a food plant, lamb's quarters has also been used in traditional herbal practices for generations. It's amazing to think that while many people see this plant as a weed invading their garden, others see it as a free, nutrient-dense superfood growing right outside their door. Weed number 12. Burdock. Archeum lapa. Burdock is probably best known for the stubborn burrs that cling to clothing, shoes, and pet fur whenever you brush past it. Because of this, many people consider it one of the most annoying weeds in the backyard. But beneath the surface lies a plant with a long history, a traditional use, and an impressive nutritional profile. Burdock can grow several feet tall and produces a deep taproot that helps it access nutrients far below the soil surface. For centuries, herbalists across Europe and Asia have valued the plant, particularly its root, for its role in traditional wellness practices. The root contains fiber, antioxidants, and beneficial plant compounds that have attracted scientific interest for their anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. In Japan, burdock root is known as gobo and is commonly cultivated as a vegetable rather than treated as a weed. It is added to soups, stir-fries, and traditional dishes because of its earthy flavor and nutritional value. Beyond its culinary uses, burdock has long been associated with supporting digestion and overall health in traditional herbal systems. It's remarkable to think that a plant many gardeners rush to remove is considered both a food crop and a respected herbal plant in other parts of the world. And there you have it, 12 backyard weeds that most people spend years fighting, spraying, and pulling out without ever realizing the incredible history and potential hiding inside them. From dandelions packed with nutrients to plantain's reputation as nature's bandage. From ancient battlefield herbs like yarrow to nutrient powerhouses like purslane and lamb's quarters. These plants remind us of something important. Not every plant growing where we don't want it is our enemy. In many cases, what we call a weed is simply a plant whose story we haven't learned yet. Now, that doesn't mean every weed should take over your garden, and it certainly doesn't mean you should replace professional medical care with wild plants. But it does mean we should take a closer look before reaching for the weed killer. The natural world is full of surprises, and sometimes the most valuable plants are the ones growing right under our feet. The next time you're walking through your yard and spot one of these weeds, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this really just a weed? Or is it a forgotten plant with a fascinating history? You might be surprised by what you discover. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Greenest Garden, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new gardening video. We share practical gardening tips, plant secrets, growing guides, and fascinating discoveries from the natural world every single week. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these weeds shocked you the most? Did you discover that one of them is already growing in your backyard right now? Let me know down in the comments below. I read as many comments as I can, and I'd love to hear your experiences. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being part of the Greenest Garden community. And until next time, happy gardening and keep growing.